Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a library book sale book haul. Today was my Friends of the Library bag of book sale. This happens twice a year and I look forward to it every time it comes around. It's a great way for me to buy a large quantity of books for a reasonable, incredibly reasonable price. You're not finding a lot of brand new releases, but it's a great way for me to find books by authors that I really enjoy that I might not already own. And yes, sometimes I buy duplicates. It happens. I just donate them for the next one. Because of how many books I picked up, I'm not going to go into a long description of every single one, and I've tried to group them by author. I have books all around me. I kind of have to dig my way out so I can do other stuff around my house. So we're just going to start. So I picked up by Mary Higgins Clark and her daughter Carol Higgins Clark. I picked up six books. So by Carol Higgins Clark, I picked up Laced, Cursed, and Hitched. These are all part of the Reagan Riley series. Okay, by Mary Higgins Clark, I picked up You Belong to Me, No Place Like Home, and her book written with Alifair Burke, all dressed in white. There are those. We'll go with this stack. Orson Scott Card, I picked up a few books. I picked up The Lost Gate, which is book 1 in the Mither Mages series. Honestly, I thought it was part of the Ender's Game series, but it's not, and it didn't cost me much, so here it is. I'll try it and see if I like it. The worst that happens is I don't, and I donate it back. And then I picked up Shadow of the Hegemon and Shadow of the Giant. These are part of the Ender's series. I think one is part of like Ender's Game and one's part of Ender's Shadow. Oh no, they're both part of Ender's Shadow. Good. I've read Ender's Game and I've read Ender's Shadow. I enjoyed them both more than I thought I would because they're kind of sci-fi-y. So, yeah. By Diane Motte Davidson, I picked up a handful of her books from the Goldie Bear Cozy Mystery series. So I picked up The Last Suppers, The Serial Murders, The Main Corpse, Prime Cut, and Killer Pancake. They are very quick, very enjoyable reads, and they have recipes in the back. Most of the time, yeah. Oh, no, they're not in the back. They're interspersed throughout. I forgot. So, and I have a weird obsession with recipes, so combines some of my favorite things, recipes and books. What do I want to do next? I'll do this stack. I picked up the first 3 books in the Suki Stackhouse Cozy Mystery series by Charlene Harris, Dead Until Dark, Club Dead, and Living Dead in Dallas. Suki Stackhouse can read minds, and then she meets this guy, Bill, and she can't read his mind, and it's because he's a vampire. It seems like something I would enjoy. They look like pretty quick reads. I picked up a couple of Nelson DeMille books. I've talked about Nelson DeMille a few times already on my channel. I really enjoy all of his books. He's one of my favorite authors. I picked up The Talbot Odyssey and Spencerville. They both, I think, are set in or shortly after the Cold War. I also have here, I have Wicked by Gregory Maguire. I used to own this. I've read this and I've seen the Broadway play. I don't know what happened to my copy of it. I feel like I might have lent it to either one of my sisters or my mom, and we tend to keep each other's books for a long time or end up saying, oh, just keep it. I got another copy. So if one of you has that, keep it. I got another copy. I picked up, I'm really excited about this, and I'm probably adding this to my May TBR because I was so happy when I saw this. I was actually getting ready to leave. I was like, okay, I've like scoured these shelves a few times. I don't think there's anything else that I want. And I turned around and I saw this, and I'm so excited. It's Julie and Julia by Julie Powell, and I loved this movie. It's definitely in my top 5 favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of all time. I don't know why. Probably because it has to do with cooking, and I just said that I love recipes. So I've been wanting to read the book and to see if I like it even half as much as I enjoyed the movie, which I'm sure I will. So I'm so excited that they had this. I've had it on my, like, I need to buy this and read this shelf for a long time. So I'm so excited that I found this. I need a drink. I'm talking too much. I picked up by James Patterson and Peter DeJong, The Beach House. I have the sequel to The Clan of the Cave Bear and the Earth's Children series by Jean M. Auel. I don't know how to say this name. I have The Clan of the Cave Bear as well. It's actually a book that I had borrowed from my mom, and she told me go ahead and keep it because she's replaced it. So I know very, very, very little about this, but these books have always been in my home, and I've always been slightly intrigued by what they are about. So at some point I'll read The Clan of the Cave Bear if I like it. I have the second one and have Dan Brown Origin. This is the 5th book in the Robert Langdon series. They're really good books. I've enjoyed all the ones that I've read. I picked up, what else did I get? I got In the Time of the Butterflies by Julia Alvarez. This is a Latin American novel, which I've never read that I can recall. I got Michael Crichton, Pirate Latitudes. I've read a few Michael Crichton books in the past. I really, really enjoyed Timeline. This is about pirates set in the Caribbean in 1665. I got Divergent by Veronica Roth. I've never read this. I know lots of people have opinions on this here on BookTube, this entire series. I got the Jane Austen Book Club. This is another movie that I really enjoy, and I decided to pick up the book. Oh, this is exactly what it sounds like. It tells the story of, assuming that it's like the movie is, it tells a group of women decide to start a book club where they read exclusively Jane Austen. We'll do this stack. I grabbed 3 books by Philippa Gregory, all part of a series of which I don't remember the name. It's very long. But I'm pretty sure this is officially the first book in the series, The Lady of the Rivers. I looked it up on Goodreads. So that makes me happy. So The Lady of the Rivers, The Boleyn Inheritance, and The Other Boleyn Girl. I got Janet Ivanovich's Two for the Dough. This is book 2 in the Stephanie Plum series. I enjoyed One for the Money a lot. It's Stephanie Plum's a bounty hunter, and it talks about her adventures. So that's really good. I'm looking for it. I might have started Two for the Dough. I might have actually read Two for the Dough. I don't remember. I got the first 2 books in the Kinsey Milhone mysteries by Sue Grafton. A is for Alibi and B is for Burglar. I got The Babysitter by Diana Diamond. This just looked interesting to me. It's a thriller about a power couple that lives in New England. I picked up 2 fantasy books for my husband, and I don't have any idea if this is anything he would actually... I have no idea if this is anything, if they are anything he would read. I don't know anything about them. I just kind of saw them and saw that they were the first books in the series, and they seemed somewhat maybe interesting, so maybe I'll read them. I don't know. So I have Soul of the World by David Mealing. It's the first book in the Ascension cycle. And I got Promise of Blood by Brian McClellan, which is the first book in the Powder Mage trilogy. So if you've read either of these, let me know so I can tell my husband if they're worth his time or not. Or like what other fantasy books they're similar to. Because I don't know. Okay, guys, only 4 more. I got The Classic Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have another bind up of some of the other Sherlock Holmes stories. I just need to see if these are included in that or not. If they are included, I'll donate this. If they're not, then I'm going to keep it. I got John Grisham, The Reckoning. John Grisham is another author that I really enjoy. I think every book that I've read of his, and I've read a pretty decent amount, have been at least 4 stars. So this book just came out last year. I saw it. I was like, duh, I need it. So I got it. And then the last 2 books I got, these were both books that I have never heard of, know nothing about. I read the covers and they were both really intrigued me. So I picked them up. So the first one is A Private Hotel for Gentle Ladies by Ellen Cooney. Oh, that seemed kind of interesting. And then I picked up, finally, The Infidel Stain by M.J. Carter. And the first thing that caught my eye was the cover. I think it's really interesting. I love the purples and the reds. This is another kind of historical fiction book. This is set in London, 1841. So that is it. That is all of the books that I got at the book sale. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put these. My husband and I have come to the conclusion that we need another bookshelf. So instead of getting rid of books, we'll just find a spot for another one. I double stack my books on my bookshelves and I still have run out of space. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to buy another one soon. And by soon, I mean like probably in the next couple weeks. My birthday's in June, and he's been getting me bookshelves every year for my birthday. So let's keep the tradition alive. Anyways, that is it for now. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.